A radio that my parents were going to give me on my birthday got messed up during packaging. Thanks, FedEx. Wow, this is certainly the background labeling of that can. Nuts! But on the bright side, well, there isn't one, I'm sorry. Don't you all hate ants in your monitor? Oh, buddy, I think you got a few bugs on your computer. Well, actually, they're insects. Shut up! You're already soaked. You go to the bathroom and, oh, look at that. Can you have a napkin? No. Can you have a tampon? Also, nope. It is my birthday and we don't have electricity in the house. In October, we started getting leaks from the upstairs house. The insurance came and determined that they came from the upstairs place, so they needed access there to fix it. The neighbor refused access, so we have been with leaks in our freshly painted home since October. They are everywhere. One of them comes from their toilet pipe. There is literal pee coming out of my wall. We tried talking to her, with the mediation of the police, talking to the insurance, etc. Sadly, in Spain, landlords don't have any rights, so she cannot be evicted even if she is destroying the downstairs apartment with her leaks. We sued her in February, but the court is extremely slow in Spain. Today, it happened. We got a new leak in the house. Where? The fuse box. Yep, it was soaking wet and it started chirping. Chirping! We called the insurance panicking and they told us to turn off the fuses. That didn't jump, I don't know why. The emergency electrician came and said that he cannot fix it until the leak is fixed. So we will be until who knows when without electricity. We don't have gas, so we cannot cook or take showers or even lower the blinds. We will need to relocate to a hotel that will cost a fortune and that the neighbor should be paying but won't because the justice system cannot be slower and useless. Today is my birthday and I spent it cleaning water, arguing with the insurance, being blamed by my husband for not doing enough. Oh, bro, wow. In this circumstance, you're gonna play that card. My dinner was a cold sandwich in the dark with a flashlight to see something. God, look, okay, benefit of the doubt. Maybe she wasn't doing enough compared to him, but still, you don't come from that angle. But oh man, I am very aware that in Sydney, where I live, all the freshly made apartments in the last 20 years were made as cheaply and fastly, that's a word, as possible. So I do look forward to 2040, where apartments will be advertised as does not leak as something that's a premium. Wheelchair ramps in Pakistan. Oh, thanks for that digital x-ray, guys. Well, anyway, I'm off. Sit!
And off he did go, across the road, onto the other footpath, bumping into the curb, and as a result accidentally projecting him into the stratosphere and out into space.
Professor flunks all his students after AI ChatGPT falsely claims it wrote their papers. God damn, even a professor can't seem to fathom the fact that the AI ChatGPT, it's an intelligent moron. Sure, it can come up with anything. You can do anything with it, but it also believes anything you give it. It's like a helicopter-parented 5-year-old with the brain of a quantum computer. Oh, I'm already gonna love this. Real estate agent accidentally sent this to a tenant instead of a landlord. Y'all recall the discussions I had with you earlier in the year about the high-maintenance nature of this particular tenant. Out of all the properties I manage, he has the most maintenance requests and occupies the most of my, and therefore your, time. On one occasion, the aircon, he called every day for 2 weeks. The receptions are sick of him. Oh, we can already establish here. It's not the issue of whether they pay rent or are a good tenant. It's purely because the property manager is annoyed that they have to do their job. Oh no! Oh, as someone who has recently moved into a new place and has dealt with a property manager who was threatening to take some of our bond money because, and I quote, there was dust on a PowerPoint and some dead cockroach markings on the walls about less than a centimeter big. Everything else was spotless, but oh no, those things entail them to have to try and take a few $100s out of our bond. But we fixed it, but point is, they can go flip themselves, and I'm very glad to see this being thrown in their face. In order to play this smooth, I think you should offer to renew the lease, but with an exorbitant tenant increase. I'm thinking of going from 500 to 950 and attribute it to the current rental market. Another thing we should highlight here. It's not actually always the landlords who are the a-holes charging up the rent. It's the property managers trying to get a larger commission and cut. Many landlords I personally know just kind of leave it to the property manager to deal with everything. And that's not even pointing out the fact here that, I mean, assuming this is Australia, which I highly doubt it, but still, they can only legally bring it up this much if they're given 2 months notice or they've evicted the tenant already. Like, again, depending where they live. Always check your local tenancy laws, folks. At most, they're allowed to raise it for renewing a lease is 20%. I don't think we'd get this much if we relisted, but we'd certainly get a bit of a boost, not to mention the peace of mind of having a better tenant. Translation, a tenant who probably doesn't know their rights and is too scared to actually call about maintenance requests and therefore make the property manager actually do their job. Current properties are being let within a week or two, so you wouldn't have much to worry about with lost income. If he agrees to the increase, it's a surprise win. Happy to chat. Kind regards, Satan. Here's the photo for you, editor, of me talking about the cockroach mark that they were trying to think justified them having to clean the entire house. Discord changed my username without telling me and won't let me change it back. Somehow, someone took my username the second Discord changed it. Does anybody know if I could ever get my username back? It's extremely clear. Whoever runs Discord does not like you, but they really liked your name. More money, higher fees. DoorDash discriminates against iPhone users. Okay, but I'd have to wonder, is that DoorDash's fault or is it the result of them trying to compensate for Apple's surcharging? They are known to take quite a cut with their apps and services. I don't know, someone in the comments might be able to spitball this better with some more thorough advice on the situation, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't so much them hating Apple users, but the result of Apple trying to take their cut from them for having the app on their iOS store. What is the point of the disc? No, you thought a physical copy would be better, that it would go past this whole issue of having to download a bunch of stuff. Aren't you stupid for trusting them to actually make life better for you? Silly, that's not what companies are for. Though in their defense, I know I'm kind of defending a lot of these things, but still, the base game's been out for a while. There's been a lot of DLC added to the game since then, so, you know, I kind of understand there being a lot to download still. Vacasa. No heat, we can't help you. Vacasa, for those who don't know, is more like vacation rentals, kind of like Airbnb, but you'd think better managed.
I sincerely apologize that this is taking so long. Please allow me to make a follow-up right away, and we will be in touch with you once we have an update. Thank you for the patience you have shown thus far.
A few hours later. Any update? I've been getting that message for 2.5 hours. I've just been told that no local staff is available and I will not be having heat until morning?
This is not the experience we wanted for you. We apologize for the inconvenience caused.
Man, the hotel industry is loving this. This piece of Schmidt reactionary doing no research and villainizing a conservationist group that trains other conservationists. Literally, an organization designed to teach people how to prevent extinction. Ooh, a bit of Inception here. We're attacking something that's literally in the subreddit.
Oh, this piece of poopy parent is using a drugged lion for content and views. This is supporting animal abuse.
Look, props to you for caring about animals, especially lions that get drugged up or used for sport. Good on ya. But, you know, maybe if you just took like 30 seconds of your time to actually digest the content they were sharing, maybe you'd realize you're gonna look like an idiot if you posted this in Extremely Infuriating. YouTube is now wanting you to get premium just to watch a video in higher quality. Okay, enhanced bitrate. Ooh, my mobile YouTube experience has been so disappointing until you offered me enhanced bitrate. Okay, I need to Google it, what the hell that is, because unlike all of you, I'm a freaking idiot, but it's apparently just designed to provide users with crisper, more defined visuals. So they just replaced the 1440p option, I guess.
Wow, what an innovation!
Hospital pressures end-of-life palliative care for a woman who later makes full recovery to improve profit. I love it when the hospitals run for profit instead of literal care. It's again, it's an annoying thing because on one hand, that is really scummy of them. But on the other hand, I sincerely doubt they would do that if they had no other choice because governments aren't properly funding them. Upstairs neighbor put rat poison in our shared backyard without telling me, and my dog ate it. Oh yes, this is actually a thing, depending on your local laws. You can actually get back at the neighbor for doing this. Yeah, some rough Googling thing says apparently you can do a civil lawsuit if you're in America. If you're in New South Wales like me, ooh-wee, you can literally charge them. Great, it's against the law. Like, oh my god, reading this story on criminaldefenselawyers.com.au. A neighbor left a note threatening to poison their dog because it was barking so much, and then one day the dog's eating some random bone it found in the backyard with a note attached saying your dog has been poisoned by the bone. Your dog is to be poisoned, so much barking, sorry, but no choice, your fault. The poorly spelled note read. So yeah, hopefully you can find some proof that this is the neighbor's rat poisoning and send them to jail. Not really, but you know, retribution. I have to pay to read about something I was involved in. Oh wow, I bet you're so excited for the opportunity to be invited to work with these people again in the future. The original video of 16 years and a classic has been removed from YouTube. The original viral Numa Numa video has been removed from YouTube. Okay, was it just this one though? I'm questioning because, really paraphrasing my remembering skills here, but I'm pretty sure this person was heavily harassed online or in real life for this video going viral. So sure, we all look back at it now as like a, haha, that was a good time. But I wouldn't say it's the same experience for this guy. Greedflation knows no bounds. Got this quote from SafeFlight, which was absurd to replace a windshield. Called a local place that was literally 20% as much. Yeah, aside from grocery stores, I feel like a lot of small businesses are going to start getting a lot more customers over the next decade just by how much other places are trying to overly inflate the value of their basic things. I'm losing my mind with the rubbish here. Oh, look, I don't mean to sound old, but I do not doubt for a second it's mostly because of all these skill students. Nukazon scam, a crew seems to do nothing about. So I play Animal Crossing and Nukazon has so many of these stupid scammers who seem like bots. They make listings for random stuff and they all have the same bio, at least 5 reviews, and the reviews say nothing and are for the same product. If a crew sees this, please take them all down. I've reported a few for being a potential bot and it's annoying. Wow, one thing I love about these kind of posts is that you just find out a whole other culture or universe of things happening in other sects of the world. Like, I didn't even know Animal Crossing had a sort of space where you could buy things or even get scammed. Dealership bait and switched me. I bought a car at a dealership. I got the loan through my bank that I have worked with for years. They claimed my loan was approved through my bank. My dad had come with me to prevent me from being scammed. He had to leave early just before they brought in the paperwork. Oh, that is like immediate red flag of the situation. The moment your dad has to leave, they bring out the thing you need to sign. I had been assured it had been through my bank. Now, I get a rejection of loan from Chase Bank. I got confused and checked the paperwork, and apparently they put the loan through Chase, who then rejected it because my husband doesn't have credit. My bank approved it because I have a long-standing account, yet they still threw it through Chase. Now that Chase rejected it, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna need someone intelligent in the comments to digest this for me. So you organized a loan through the dealership to get a car, but the loan was rejected because they went through the different bank. Like, it's not like they've taken money, have they? Have they? A short story on my uncle. My uncle's ex-wife, who used him to get a child, then after getting pregnant, proceeded to try to get him killed or arrested. They eventually separated.
Aw, but why? They sounded so happy together.
But my uncle still wants to raise his daughter. He's a great uncle and an even better father figure. He does drink a lot back then, but as soon as his now ex-wife got pregnant, he stopped drinking by 90%. She used it against him, but personally, I know he wouldn't even hurt anyone physically. Maybe he'll throw a few swears around, but nothing physical. Note, they have a custody contract for the kid for 1 week each parent. Well, that seems rather equal, doesn't it? They both have responsibility over the child, they both get to see it once a week. Oh, wait, what's this? Spoiler, the mother refuses to show the child to my uncle. We unfortunately can't do anything because the ex is the treasurer of the city and she's close with the mayor. With the mayor, and she has a brother who's a cop. That does seem like a nightmarishly uphill battle, but all the more satisfying when you see her kingdom crumble. If the sign says closed, oh, I think we know where this is going. If the sign on the door says closed, it does not mean walk right in like we are open. I do not come to your place of business or work and expect you to open early for me. I respect that you have certain hours that you are opening. I cannot lock the door due to other employees still showing up. But oh, it's okay for you to walk in right in 20 to 30 minutes before the sign on the door clearly states, then you just come into the restroom. The truck stop is open 24/7. Go there! Jeez, have some respect, people. Not really a discussion, but extremely infuriating. I paid full price for Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition, but Microsoft will only let me play Bedrock.
Oh, I am so glad I'm not the only one who was suffering this for a while. Like, what the hell?
I bought Minecraft on the actual website years ago, but oh, can't use that one. Had to buy it at the Microsoft store. Oh, but that's the wrong one! Somehow! Went to buy Minecraft on my PC because all my other Minecraft running devices are outdated. So I bought the Java plus Bedrock bundle. I installed the launcher and downloaded both. Bedrock works fine as ever, but when I try to open Java, instead of a green play button, I get a green buy now button. I've done every trick in the book. Both were in my Xbox library, but whenever I tried to open it from there, it brought me to the launcher and back to the buy now button. I clicked on support, and you want to know what the advice was?
Well, buy another one.
I am freaking livid. There is apparently no way to refund it due to technical limitations. Oh, mate, have I been there? I am never buying another Microsoft product again. From now on, I am gonna get all my games from Steam because they don't do bullshit like this. I caught my son sleeping without my permission. How should I punish him?
Resting? When you've only just now learned how to walk? Disgusting. Out of bed. Here's your chimney sweeper. Get up there.
Michigan woman charged with caring for wildlife without permit. Animals killed by state officials. Please tell me I need to research this if she was actually warned beforehand. Okay, here's the justification. These fluffy fellas all had things that would make them not really survive in the wild anyway, like being a one-legged crow or apparently a half-blind raccoon with Down syndrome. And apparently in the past, when they've released these sort of animals back in the wild, they've just caused a nuisance both for the wildlife and for humans around. Disease and attacking people, you know. But that's not what's changing my mind. It's this. She was apparently warned by the Department of Natural Resources for over a year. They didn't just turn up and kill the animals. They were warning her, hey, you need the permits to get approval so we know you are definitely doing the right things here when you take care of these creatures. So unless there's other details I'm missing, this is kind of on you. I was once again stolen from. 12 euro stolen. Frick my life. Okay, what is up with PayPal? Does anyone have good stories regarding PayPal? Because I'm always seeing people get scammed through it. This dog owner. The dog was struggling to not fall out of the truck bed. Jeez, not even a gate at the back? I'm dumb. There's like a compilation of bad suggestions I'm making in this video, but sometimes people deserve their dog stolen, just saying. Trying to book a cruise as a surprise for my wife's birthday or our anniversary in a few months. Every cruise I attempt to book has ended up having taxes and fees that are higher than the actual subtotal, effectively doubling the on-sale price. Holy schmackadoodles! Well, it's very understandable, actually. See, the fees go towards every discount we make. That takes a lot of time to create that, you know, advertisement, and so we've got to get that money back somehow. It's just equivalent exchange. My manager posted a tab of an upcoming song publicly without my permission. Hey, I posted the tab you given me earlier on Songster.
What? Bro, why?
Why are you so mad?
Because the tabs are supposed to be private.
Can you delete it? I don't know how to.
Dude, why did you think this was a good idea?
While we were cleaning out our house of junk, my brother decided to get rid of a bunch of old VHS tapes and my parents' vinyl collection. The VHS tapes had all kind of stuff on them, like classic cartoons, 90s TV show tapings, some movies that I loved rewatching, and there were a bunch of other tapes I hadn't even seen yet. My parents also had a great taste in music and some awesome vinyls that hadn't been used too much, so they were in amazing condition in the sleeves and everything. Some even have that little sheet of paper that came inside it. I don't know how I nor my parents didn't bring themselves to physically stop him from doing that. It was like he had us temporarily hypnotized, just long enough to do it with his psychological mumbo-jumbo about minimalism and bullshit. I think back to that loss at least once a month, if not week, if not day. It ticks me off so damn much. He just said we need to get rid of it because we're not using them. It's not a good reason though. It didn't help the area be less messy. There's still a bunch of junk down there that still needs to be gotten rid of. He just threw out the good stuff instead. Plus, we could have condensed the VHS tapes and put them on a DVD or hard drive first. That takes up barely any space at all. All of those tapes could have fit on a freaking thumb drive, for Christ's sake. This man sounds like someone who preaches minimalism but throws out one thing and thinks he's done enough. This feels like theft. I tried to buy a dishwasher back in May from the Blue Hardware store in the US since I had some gift cards that I hadn't used and my dishwasher was starting to die out on me. I bought next day shipping with an email confirmation that it was in stock and would arrive the next day. I got a call first day that it wouldn't arrive next day, but next week. In the 3 weeks waiting for the new dishwasher, my old one finally kicked it. I called them. Not only do they not have the dishwasher in stock, they don't know when the next shipment would arrive. We're talking they can't even give me a timeline. They've just been chilling with my cash and hoping I didn't figure it out. I asked them to cancel the order and refund me. This was about a month ago. I tried to push for cash back instead of the gift cards for the portion that was paid with them because I don't want to shop there anymore, but their policy is not to swap gift cards for cash. I would have hoped their policy was not to scam customers into purchasing items they don't or won't have in stock. I decided not to wait on the gift cards and purchased my dishwasher from their competitor. It arrived the same week. Oh, well, come on, drop the name. Since canceling with Blue Hardware, not only have I not received my gift cards back, several hundreds of dollars, but they have tried to recharge my credit card not one, not two, but 3 times. This month for the dishwasher they don't have. I just called my credit card company to block them from future charges. I'm considering freezing the account until this is resolved. This feels like theft, and I needed to vent. Yo, this is coincidentally something I'm actually dealing with right now too. I have just recently noticed on my bank statements that I've been charged some sort of monthly fee with rental rewards, which was a rental payment system from a place I already moved out from back in late 2019. So, life lesson, if you ever have to rent somewhere that requires a third-party payment system, no, legally they have to give you a free option. Okay, maybe a little less infuriating than you'd think, but my math teacher scheduled a test for the day before school ends. Our math teacher hates us. That is the conclusion I have drawn. Can confirm your teacher hates you. If you open a packet of chips like this, you are a psychopath. What have I done? School double charged me, even though I called 3 days ago to make sure this wouldn't happen and got verbal confirmation. Says they can't do anything about it, and I'll have to dispute the charge when it posts. Oh my, okay, I was thinking maybe like a $50 excursion trip fee or something, but wow. How my frozen waffles toast every time. You get 2 options, freezing cold or burnt.
Tonight we feast like kings! With little itty-bitty portions. Eat up now, children. It's all we can afford.
In case it's not clear, this is chicken breast sliced so thinly you won't even taste the awful price. It's in Quebec, Canada. $6.37 Canadian for 292 grams or about a 3/4 of a pound of chicken. Okay, let me... Okay, I was curious. I just wanted to convert the Australian dollar to Canadian just to see the price difference. $21 a kilo for your chicken. You know what it is in Australia for Canadian dollars? It will be $8.84 a kilo. No, it's okay. That's at a major grocer. I'm sure at a premium butcher, it's more like 15 Canadian dollars. You know, it's close. It's closer. EDU sites can be stupid too. When did the Golden Gate Bridge collapse? The Golden Gate Bridge collapsed during the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Afterward, the engineers studied the bridge's failure and concluded that it was due to high winds. Engineers designed a new bridge adjacent to the old one with stiffer and thus less flexible suspension cables, more distance between these cables and roadway, more towers on the shoreline on both sides of the bridge that also served as anchors for long diagonal cable bracing, and lightning rods. Yeah, for the uninitiated, construction on the first and only version of the Golden Gate Bridge began in 1933.
Are you sure? This source says otherwise.
Some people just left all this trash here at a bus stop. Don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out what age these people were.